Hello, people. Sorry for being late, but things happen. Things happen. Let's just put it that way. Hope everyone's had a good day. Hope everyone's had a great Wednesday. Everything's fine. Everything's chill, dandy, relaxing. Nothing is boring or bothering you. Hope everything is up to the point. But yeah, regarding Arsenal, nothing changes. Absolutely nothing changes. Like it looks like Arsenal are trying to maybe rush Saka and Timber back because the season is falling apart, like they have done it before with Jesus, like they have done it even with Saka last season, to be honest. And it's not a great look. Let's just put it that way. It definitely is not a great look. And on top of all that, obviously, Arsenal's last 5 games. We have 5 games left in the Premier League. Newcastle at home. Then we have Burnley. Then we have what's its face. Then we have I forgot. We have Fulham, we have Crystal Palace, and we have somebody else. Genuinely forgot. I forgot the 5th game. But overall, the big question still remains: can we do it? Can we do it? Because at the moment, it definitely seems not. I'm also saying that we can't because currently, 17 minutes into the game, Man City are beating Burnley 1-0, which only means that City are first in the table, or we are first. Actually, I don't know, based on goal difference. What's happening after goal difference, by the way, if it finishes 1-0? Is it like the games between ourselves? So then City is on top inevitably. Let's just put it that way. So it's already looking pretty bleak. We pretty much can expect the fact that once we play against Newcastle on the weekend, we're going to be second in the league. Let's be real. We have to expect that. And that just means more pressure to Arsenal, more pressure to the players. It's gonna be knees weak, arms heavy, mom spaghetti, and all this stuff. Let's be real. Let's be real. Like the stream, people. If you haven't already, subscribe. If you're new around here, we're gonna talk all this stuff inside and out. Big up Hendon. Big up. Haaland puts City up on 5 minutes in. Second again, ole ole. Yep. Second again, ole ole. Second again, ole ole. We are currently second because goal difference is the same. The points are the same, but as Hendon is saying, the results between City and Arsenal are the next decider who goes on top. Since Arsenal are incapable of beating City, home or away, City have the upper edge. So we're screwed. Let's be real. We are sheer and utterly screwed. Big up Hypoprotagonist. Can't say they've balled it, then question whether they can still do it. True. That is the big thing. It goes both ways. Let's just put it that way. It goes both ways because they have balled it. Let's be real. Arsenal have balled it everything. To a degree, let's be real. Let's look at the table, right? In theory, we haven't balled the league. In theory. Realistically, we have, in my opinion. In theory, if we win the game, City drop points, it's massive ifs. Obviously, copium and hopium and all this crap is going on. But 5 games to go. Does anyone have any faith and any trust into this team that they're gonna get it over the line? Does anyone have it? Let me know in the chat. Does anyone have any trust or faith that Arsenal are gonna do it? Big up here. Big up. Chelsea, Sack, Rosinha, they have higher standards than Arsenal. Yeah, 4 months in, 0 goals scored, 5 losses. Goodbye. That's it. They've scored more, so they are first. Currently, City have scored more. Yes, City have not scored more. Goal difference is the same. Arsenal have scored 66 goals. Oh, no, sorry. City have scored 66 goals. So no matter where we look at, games between ourselves, goal difference, or what, we are second. We are second again, ole ole. Big up BBK. Big up Taron. I should be saying this more often probably, but if you are available, maybe if you want to, you can jump on. If you want to. But obviously, we are royally screwed. Big up BBK. If you just like and subscribe to BBK as well. Big up Gunnar SC. Sack his ass right now. How can you blow a 9-point lead and still be in the job? Well, he did that in 22-23 season, and he's doing it once again. History repeats itself, people. Same shit, different toilet. As if people don't learn from the past mistakes we have experienced, we have made, and what they have resulted into. As if people don't ever learn, unfortunately. Because I have been on Shorts, TikTok, X, Reddit, Facebook even, and everywhere. Arsenal still can do it. They have the best team in the world. Believe in the team. How can you believe in the team when they have lost 5 games on the trot? They have, I think Arsenal have lost or drawn last 5 out of 6. Only 1 win in last 6 games, all competitions. Especially when you lose against Southampton and all this stuff. How can you have any chest whatsoever? First things first, you should not have any chest at all because this team has not won anything in 6 years. First things first, right? Second of all, after what the team is doing and what they have showed us, what chest? Pigeon chest. Maybe pigeon chest, but to be honest, even to have pigeon chest, you need to have to do something, and that even is not going well. Absolutely not. See, Gunnar SC doesn't think Arsenal can do it. BBK as well doesn't think Arsenal can do it. Hendon as well. See, this is what the community are saying. Arsenal absolutely have 0 chances. I predicted this back in the May. Yes, you did. We did in general. Let's be honest ourselves. And I'm going to bang this drum until it basically breaks apart. August, before the season, I was sitting here and I said that Arsenal are going to go trophyless once again this season. And people sent towards me all ways, shape, and form, all sorts of abuse in all the platforms they could have found me. And look at them now. Look at us now. Where are my apologies? Do I need apologies? No. Keep your apologies. You're nothing but a liar. Big up Demi Lovato for those lyrics. Big up her. But yeah, it's definitely not looking great. Definitely. It's not fair. How can another club sack their manager on the same day as Cyril Butler drops out of first after losing 4 games in a draw? Go figure. Chelsea, who are, well, let's be real. Chelsea are a banter club at this stage. They have still higher standards than this club has right now. Chelsea have higher standards with Blueco, ironically, than Arsenal have. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, to be honest. Big up Dr. Seymour. Big up the butt doctor. Big up. Hope the penitentiary is doing fine. Hope the colony is doing well. You have lots of clients, lots of money rolling in. Hope all is fine. Big up, Gavin. Big up, Gavin. Hope you're doing well too, my guy. Liam is the one that took his team to the FA semis, not Mikel. Meanwhile, Liam is the one that sacked, and Mikel is still in the job. Go figure. Mikel Arteta has won 1 in 24 trophies available to him, and he basically is being viewed as the next Messiah, the savior, the second coming of somebody. I don't know who, to be honest, indeed, to be with you. But somehow this manager, despite failing on consistent basis, year in, year out, has the backing from the board, from the club, not to mention the fan base. I wish I had that at work. If I screwed up, everyone said, well, it's nothing. Let's sweep it under the rug. Let's move on. Bigger fish to fry. I wish I had these chances, especially if they paid me so handsomely as well. I wish I could do that. But no, I screw up at work. Bigger chance than not, I'm fired instantly. No questions asked. No questions asked. Let's be real. Big up, Cooper. Can't say. Smash the likes and subscribe. Big up. Exactly. Smash the likes and subscribe, people. I have a better chance of winning a lorry coping dome from Salma Hayek and getting struck by lightning in the same day than Mikel finding his spine then sacked to inspire getting us over the line. True. Seriously, true. I could become the president of my country. There's a bigger chance of that happening than than Mikel doing anything. Like, it's insane, to be honest, even when you think about it. It's actually kind of wild and insane when you look at it that way, that Mikel somehow is still at the job despite everything. Despite the odds, in spite of the achievements, he's at the job, to be honest. There's actually not enough words to say and describe everything in terms of Mikel Arteta, in terms of how he's still at the job, and how this is getting not looked at closely enough to an extent that how is this even going on? How has he managed to basically fool everyone into being in this position? There should be a documentary on Amazon, at least, or Netflix, or wherever, about this stuff. There should. because otherwise, like, I need an explanations. I need some sort of like light being shed on this. I'm very angry at the moment. What's gonna describe my level of rage? I fully understand you, and I'm not gonna lie. The way Arsenal are doing things, the way they're performing, the way the lack of their form is, and everything, it's affecting me. Obviously, I try to hide it. I try to keep it in because, let's be real, if I'm gonna start lashing out, everyone's gonna get it. Nobody's safe. So it's actually quite insane how much we can endure and suffer and still not be enough. That is the nuts part, because how much and how longer we will take this? How long is this going to last? How long this torture under Mikel Arteta is going to last? Because if there is any chance whatsoever that he gets a new contract and he stays for more years, I'm out. I'm literally pressing the eject button and send me out. I'm in the plane, press the eject button, eject me out of the plane. Where I land, nobody knows, but I rather take chances landing in those wars than with Mikel Arteta for one more season. Seriously, because it's insane when you look at the teams around the world. Somehow every single team has higher standards than so-called one of the biggest clubs in the world, aka Arsenal. Where does that make sense? We are third biggest club in England, for now at least. If City win the domestic treble, by the way, if they win the FA Cup and Premier League, if I'm not mistaken, they become the third biggest club in England and Arsenal become fourth. And this is due to sheer spinelessness and the ownership being gutless. All these fan base, top gooners and Arteta sexuals, bigger fish to fry, trophies like this is below the club like Arsenal and all this stuff, accepting and enabling the failure to such an extent that it is all now going down the drain and unraveling so fast that it's actually impossible to be salvaged. You cannot take back what you've said at times. You cannot get back the spilled water you basically pour out on the streets. It's impossible. And this is what is happening. And now if I look even for the next manager, it better be a good one. It better be a proper winner with proper winning mentality and proper spine. Because otherwise, fixing this mess, it's going to be a massive problem. Because if you look at Arsenal a bit deeper into the context of how things are happening before Mikel Arteta and now with Mikel Arteta, we kind of are in the same position, aren't we? Players are overpaid. We spend insane amount of money on specific players that are not good enough. We used to do that back in the day before Arteta arrived. Now that Arteta is here for 6.5 years, we are again in the same boat. Overpaid players. Some players are not good enough. Manager is clueless and run into the ground players. To be honest, at this stage, it's even worse because players are so injury prone. They are so ran into the ground that it's very hard to even imagine that they can get a recovery mentally, physically, or whatever we are talking about here. That is one of the most nuts parts. And the next manager, whoever it might be, he will have a big task on his hands because he will have to start a partial rebuild himself, ironically enough. And do you think these top gooners are going to give him the same support and backing as they gave Mikel Arteta? No chance in hell. That next manager is going to get the Unai Emery treatment. And that is going to be one of the most insufferable things. One of the most insufferable things in the world. I think the problem is we improved our squad in quantity, but not really quality. Exactly. And we've always said quality over quantity. Always we have said that. Let's be real. We have always said that. I much rather pay 10, 15, 20, 60, 70, not maybe 70, even 70 to a degree, depending on the situation, on a certain, home appliance, right? On my mobile phone more than rather get a Temu version of some sort of a phone which is going to break in about 2 weeks. You buy cheap, you buy twice. That's what it is. And with Arsenal, unfortunately, you buy cheap and, well, you buy not twice, not thrice, not 4, nor 5, sometimes even 6 times. And I'm talking about left backs and number 8s. Like, it's actually insane. We much rather sign Calafiori, and then we sign like 5 left backs, or like we sign Havertz, we sign Merino, we sign, who else is in the eight? Who else we have cut there? Like Ceballos and all these men. Much rather than taking all the money and buying one proper big player that's gonna be here for years. Yes, we have done it with Declan Rice. Did we overpay? 100% we overpaid, in my opinion. And now we are in this position. Yeah, exactly. And with goalkeepers as well. We have bought, and Arteta has bought about 9, 10 goalkeepers. 9 or 10 goalkeepers. And what was stopping him of spending one big money in getting one of the big ones for next 5 to 10 years? What was stopping him? Instead, he needs to dilly-dally there and try and get, your Matt Ryan. Then you get obviously he had Leno, Martinez, Ramsdale, Tina Turner, obviously, and all these goalkeepers. Why? Like, seriously, why? And that now is money wasted left, right, and center. Yeah, why did he get rid of Emi Martinez? Why? Oh, he had an attitude problem. No, he didn't. Arteta is just a pussy-hole who cannot manage attitude. Let's be real. Hence why Ozil was binned instantly. Guendouzi binned instantly. Golden Boot winning Aubameyang was binned instantly, pretty much, after he won him the FA Cup, by the way. Nice reward. Then he bins as well Lacazette. He binned Pepe. He has binned every single player who actually had some attitude, because the players who are good in this world, in world football, who are actually proper bowlers, right? They have attitude problems because they know how good they are. Do you think Thierry Henry didn't have attitude problems? Wenger has said himself it was a task and a half to contain Thierry Henry. But he did it. He managed it. Because Thierry Henry was important for this team at the end of the day. Do you think it was easy to contain Alexis Sanchez? No, it wasn't. It's not easy. But you have to do what you have to do. Unfortunately, Mikel Arteta decided to choose the easy route. Get rid of them and get load of yes men at the end of the day. And that's what basically is driving Arteta only forward. Yes, sir, no, sir. They're going to do anything they want. They soon going to wash his clothes if it push comes to shove. Yeah, but when I need my roof painted, if I write Arsenal, hey, can you send maybe, I don't know, Gabriel Jesus to paint roof of my house? No chance in hell that's going to happen. Let's be real. Oh, but we are a family. What family? My family actually supports me. They help me. We do things together. Arsenal don't do that. Let's be real. Big up Willow Saliba. Big up, big up, big up, big up. When Man City win today, I have no more faith. It's officially done. I didn't have... I lost my faith once Arsenal lost to Man City. Fully lost the faith. Even if for that game I had about 5-10%, it's done. Yes, I have about 10% chance that Arsenal might win the league, but I don't believe in it. Statistically, we could. Realistically, no chance in hell. Well, there's a higher chance of a pig growing wings and flying me to work than Mikel ever being sacked. It feels that way, doesn't it? It feels that way 100%. There was no need to improvise on our squad. We eventually found out Mikel doesn't know how to deal with big players. Exactly. He doesn't know how to deal with big, massive players. The big ones, the ones that actually make the squad, the ones that actually carry the squad. We don't have actually how you can call it, key players, X-factor type of players who have the chest, the abilities, and the nerve actually, who are their mentality is up sky high, who can say, well, you all suck. Give me the ball and I'm going to drag us over the line no matter what the cost. Alexis Sanchez could do that. Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, different times, but they obviously could do that. Van Persie could do that to a degree. Even Mesut Ozil, whether you like him or not, could do that if he felt like it, obviously. If he just had a better finisher up top after Giroud went on a 50-year scoring drought and everything, right? We had players that can do that. Right now, I don't see a single player who can single-handedly, for Arsenal, dominate the game, who would be untouchable on the pitch. I don't see a single one. There's no mentality, no nothing. Absolutely nothing. How many left backs? KT was our best. Exactly. How many left backs we have signed? And Kieran Tierney is still the best. To be honest, also the number 8 position. We have spent about 250 million to try to replace Granit Xhaka properly. From 22-23 season, by the way. And we still have not done that. If you think about it realistically, if you open your eyes and open your mind, like properly. Because Declan Rice cannot do everything Granit Xhaka did. He cannot. He doesn't have the abilities for that, big man. Declan Rice, first things first, is a 6, not an 8. How does that make any sense? 250 million, we still haven't replaced Granit Xhaka. Huh? We buy players we don't need some. Oh, 100%. And in bulk, we buy those players in bulk as well. Not just 1 or 2. We do that in bulk, like 5 or 6. Arteta cannot use them. Yeah. Even if you look at the current squad we have right now, yes, we have some very good talented players, very, very highly rated ones that are almost there to be world-class, but they need to win stuff to be considered world-class, right? But if you look at the other side of the players, half of them are being played out of position constantly, every single game almost. And that is some weird obsession Mikel Arteta has that I just cannot explain. Like, Thomas Partey as a right back and then as obviously as a number 6 and everything. It just makes no sense. Martinelli, left wing back. He technically is a striker. Aubameyang, left wing. He's a striker, left wing. Why is he playing left wing back? Lacazette plays as a 6 sometimes when he tracks back. Like, make that make sense. Make that make sense. This season as well, Timber was injured. Ben White was injured, right? AFTV put out a post on X, on Facebook, on all the medias, right? Saying, well, if Timber and White are not available, William Saliba played sometimes 5 years ago at Marseille as a right back. If push comes to shove, we can use him there. Another prime example of somebody enabling Mikel Arteta to do madness and just go insane. Check out what I sent you on X, Calafiori named an Italian police investigation. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at the players that are involved. Oh my God. Wait. Oh my God. Look at the names on that list. Look at the names on that list. Calafiori, Achraf Hakimi, Rafa Leao, Felipe Coutinho, Alvaro Morata, Olivier Giroud, Milan Skriniar, Dusan Vlahovic, Alessandro Bastoni of all players, and Gianluca Scamacca. We just got over one incident with a certain number 6, right? Right now we are into this mess. These are the big names mentioned in the case, which involves an investigation into a network of secret parties involving escorts, luxury hotels, and illegal substances around Milan. I actually don't know what to say, to be honest. I'm more surprised that player like Rafa Leao or even Milan Skriniar is into that list. Bastoni, one of the best players Italy has to offer to the world right now, is also on the list. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy crap. Holy crap. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. Big up, Wahaha. Hope you're doing well. By the way, people, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Totally agree. Our Granit, a leader, a strong player, an attacking midfielder. He linked play and had a crack at goal. Exactly. Granit Xhaka was actually, in terms of how we wanted to play, in my opinion, for this team specifically, Granit Xhaka in an 8 position with Rice in the 6 kind of feels very good. Just Granit Xhaka is not the fastest player. He got outpaced by certain snails on the pitch. I totally agree with that. He had a bozo gene with a certain yellows in him and all this stuff. However, the passing, the shooting, the footballing IQ, the grit that he had, the way he fought, that where is him? Albanian blood he has into him, the way he grinded game in, game out despite everything. That was something, well, we haven't seen since. I'm not gonna lie, we haven't seen since. And that is insane that we have spent 250 million something and we have not still replaced him properly. Yeah, Giroud does, yeah. Not surprised with Coutinho Calafiore. I knew it was coming, unfortunately. Well, it's not looking good, bruv. Let's just put it that way. It definitely is not looking good, bruv. I actually don't know what to say about this. Probably should not say anything, to be honest, at the moment. Probably should not say anything at the moment. However, let's go back to the things at hand. Arsenal are currently second in the table. As things stand, and my camera obviously goes out of focus as I'm trying to say something serious. Arsenal currently are second in the table. Second again, ole, 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 and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Arsenal currently are sitting second in the table. Did anyone expect anything less? Did anyone expect anything else to a degree? That is the next big question I have. I'm gonna go. Have a big up, Willow. Big up, Willow. Have a good evening. Have a good evening for you too. Well, it's almost 11 p.m. my time. I'm getting to that. Let's just put it that way. Good. Peace. But I'm lost for words. Big up to you. Thank you for dropping by, sharing your opinions. Have a nice evening. Have a nice day tomorrow, wherever you are. And hope life treats you well. Seriously, from bottom of my heart. But yeah, Arsenal are second in the league. Arsenal's next 5 games, by the way. Let's look at Arsenal's next 5 games since we are here. Arsenal's next 5 games in the Premier League or whatever. Well, this is how Arsenal's games are looking. For the next 2.5 weeks. We have Newcastle at home, which already doesn't fill me with confidence. Then we have Atletico Madrid away. Oh, bloody hell. Exactly in a week, 8 p.m. UK time, Arsenal semi-finals, Atletico Madrid at Metropolitano. We are about to get smoked. I fully believe in this. I fully believe that Atletico Madrid is going to absolutely annihilate us. Then we have Fulham at home, which doesn't also feel too good for me personally. Fulham is one of those teams that for us is another bogey team, just like Southampton and Bournemouth and Brighton and all these teams, where we tend to fall against them. It's one of those banana peel games where Arsenal somehow cannot get the focus up. Especially between the Champions League games, Arsenal will be somewhat focused also on the Champions League, especially if things go south against Newcastle and Man City win during the weekend. It will be all sorts of crazy. Because at some point, Arteta will have to pick and choose one. Either he's going to allow it to run its natural course, where we're going to lose both, Premier League and Champions League, obviously. Or he will have to choose one and try to focus there. Try. And I'd say that with big caution. Try to focus on those. Now, obviously, then after Fulham, we have Atletico Madrid again, the second leg. When we have West Ham away, and that again is one of those games where I fully expect a very rough one. And of course, Burnley and Crystal Palace. The sad part is, by the time we have to play these two games, Burnley and Crystal Palace, we actually might have already lost it all, unfortunately. It could come to that, and that could be a massive, massive blow to us. To the confidence as well. Because if we look at everything, in 1.5 weeks' time, basically, Arsenal could be out of Champions League. Well, 2.5 weeks' time, out of Champions League, and City pretty much can secure a title already in Premier League. How insane is that? Seriously, how absolutely insane is that, if you come to think of it? Because that is something nobody expected, nobody wanted, but right now, this is actually a reality. Reality check, people. Arsenal are screwed royally because with the injuries, players being rushed back, and everything that at the moment is going on, it's looking very dark. And I have no faith in Mikel Arteta to change things, to improve on things, because he's going to double down on defense as well right now. He's going to double down on certain instances that ultimately is going to already screw us over long term, in my opinion. Let's just put it that way. Now, I want to find something which definitely is not going to look too well. I'm looking at something which I hope I can find very, very, very soon. Oh, wow. By the way, our captain, Martin Odegaard, you know the guy, right? You know the guy, obviously. Our captain, Martin Odegaard, right? He said this. Where is it? He said this, and I kid you not, he said it before the season kicked off. And if I could actually zoom it in somehow, would be pretty damn nice. Basically, what it says here, and you can read it by the title. Odegaard says that second is not a failure. Now, as you can see, this is Eze to Tottenham soon as well, which means ultimately it was by the time before we hijacked the deal from Spurs to sign Eze. That already is embarrassing and a half. That our captain already before the season kicked off said that second is not a failure. Like, if your captain is in that type of a mentality, right? What is stopping him at the end of the day to do anything else, to say anything else? Because people sit there, they eat it up, and they just are happy about it. That's how nuts it is. To be honest. Where is it? I need to find this. I want to find this right now. I'm very sorry. Give me a second. I'm really struggling with this. I don't know why, but I cannot find. I'm very sorry about this. I'm trying to find this. April. Oh, for fuck's sakes, my monitor is doing a mazza here. I cannot find it. Fucking hell, it's such a piss take, to be honest. But it is what it is. I'm very sorry, guys. It's a very lackluster stream today. Very lackluster. Because wait. Yeah, here it is. I found it. I found it. I found it, people. This is the tweet. This is the new. This is what our captain said before the season kicked off. What can you expect for the rest of the season from the team, from the captain, from the performances, and any trophies if your main guy, voted by everyone, as Mikel Arteta said, is saying stuff like this before the season? Before the season kicks off, we are in a position where second isn't a failure, but we want more. It shows that if we improve just a little bit, we'll get there. It's extra fire in the belly. Like that should be a sackable offense of Martin Odegaard alone, and that should be a reason why he should not be the captain. Sole reason why he should not be the captain, because saying stuff like this ultimately is actually insane. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. There we go. Big up Promise. Big up Promise Gaming. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Hope you're doing well this beautiful Wednesday. Hope Wednesday is treating you absolutely nicely. But yeah, I'm still in shock about these news regarding Calafiori. I'm actually kind of speechless. Hella speechless. Because if that is true, it's actually pathetic. It's embarrassing that Arsenal are involved in one of these things. Once again, we are in this position once again, and we are royally screwed. Because if this actually turns out to be true, despite it being a thing, and Arsenal keep Calafiori, it's going to be a madness. It's no wonder that Calafiori maybe wants to return to Italy, although right now I'm not sure he would. But overall, if Arsenal, again, if they knew and kept it on a quiet, it's actually going to get even more toxic. It's going to get even more insane. Obviously, it's a bit different story than with the party, right? At the same time, it's just... I don't know what to even say. I don't even know what to say. Oh, but it gets worse for Chelsea fans, though. It gets worse for the Chelsea fans. Look at this. This is for the Chelsea fans. Callum McFarlane will be the Chelsea's new head coach until June on interim basis. He'll be working with support of existing Chelsea backroom staff. Well, this is going to go well for Chelsea, innit? They were close and they were projected to get the Champions League. Then they were projected to get Europe. But at this pace, they might not get any Europe, well, at all. Chelsea definitely are not in a great position, and they are not looking too good. They definitely are not looking too good in terms of anything, because Chelsea at the moment, they are sitting 8th, 1 point behind Conference League. Chelsea actually might be playing Conference League next. That's if Bournemouth does not beat Leeds at the moment. If Bournemouth wins against Leeds today, they actually can get that. They actually could get that. I'm going to be honest with you, but hey, I guess it is what it is in that regard. But holy crap, holy moly. Holy moly. By the way, does anyone have any news who is Iraola going to coach? What club? Iraola, which team he is going to coach after this season? Because at the moment, the only thing I'm hearing, and I'm going to be honest with you, only thing I'm hearing currently is the fact that he might be going back to Spain Or, which is the most insane part, that he might actually go to Chelsea. He's one of the main names for Chelsea for the for the realistic job for the next season. Do you think Iraola is ready to be the Chelsea manager? Like, seriously, do you think Iraola is ready? I will be sell if the Chelsea caretaker ends up winning the FA Cup and Arteta ends up trophyless. Dude, it's P45, nothing else. Yeah, exactly. Iraola is being considered for Chelsea, and do you think he can manage all that? Do you think he will be good for Chelsea? Or do you think even Iraola wants to go to Chelsea into that mess? Kinda. That is another question, to be honest. 2 ball job seasons in 3 seasons, but he's elite. I know. It's absolute shambles. Absolute shambles. These wannabe flavor of the month manager. Sorry, I pulled out the plug of my monitor because it was doing a mess. I need to plug it back in. My monitor died. I'm very sorry. Give me a sec. My monitor just died. Fuck. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties, people. There we go. Technical difficulties. I don't know what happened there, but technical difficulties were in the building. I'm very sorry about that. I'm very, very sorry about that. Technical difficulties in the house. Doesn't happen too often, to be honest, on this stream, but I actually managed to save it. Oh, no, never mind. There we go. Fixed it. There we go. Fixed it. Anyways, where were we? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Stinker and Hooked. I need to fix also. Yeah, I need to fix the lighting as well for the next stream. But yeah, Arteta has balled 3 leagues in a row, and he's gonna ball the 4th one. 4 times in a row, finishing 2nd. Everyone was screaming that Arsenal are gonna win the quad. This is gonna be the quadruple Arsenal are gonna win. 4 times in 2nd place. 4 times in the 2nd place. What a quad. Fucking hell, what a quad for Arsenal. There we go. What a quad for Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be insane. Absolutely insane. But hey, flavor of the month, Arteta has full backing from the top gooners and top goofers and spooners and everything. Well, it is what it is, I guess. These modern day managers. Yeah, I get it. I absolutely get it. Yeah, Stinker and Hooked. Somehow unplug the monitor. That's actually insane. I'm kind of chuckling with frustration. Well, it is what it is at the end of the day. If you don't laugh, you cry. So in a way, I guess it's better to laugh it off. People will think you're insane, to be honest. But hey, either you laugh or you cry. It's one or the other. There's kind of no in between in that regard, is there? To be honest, there's no in between in that regard. But hey, what can we do? Honestly, what can we do? If we are in a position where, well, we actually might get done over big time. This is not salvageable by this manager. And I'm kind of worried for the next manager, it's going to be a bigger task at hand, to be honest, than we even properly imagine. Because for the next manager to fix all this, he will need the backing, 100%. He will need support. And the top gooners are not going to give him that because Arteta will be gone and he will take over the place. He will take over the place from the Messiah, that is Mikel Arteta, which means he will get no backing at all. All the top gooners will want him out. He will get the Unai Emery treatment. And that is one of the worst things that can happen at the moment for Arsenal. Big up Compass Smurf. Big up Compass Smurf. Have the Cronkies already decided to keep him when you were well clear of City? Maybe Cronkies consider keeping him. Because the latest talk about Mikel Arteta staying or going was, well, at least from what I have read, is the fact that they had the talks that Arteta could be staying, but the talks have been put on hold until the season ends. And I think based on how the season ends, they're gonna make the final decision based on current situation, how the things are going, and I don't think it's gonna be a very positive decision for Mikel Arteta. I just hope so, at least. Well, Karen's City, they just love Mikel as if he's their son. Yeah, Mikel Arteta gets all the love and support from everyone. Yeah, that is the biggest question. Why is there even talks? I think the talks basically started because, well, as like Smurf indicated, basically the talks started because Arsenal were flying high in Premier League. They were 9 points clear, and it looked like we actually gonna do it. The nuts part is we can't do it, and we won't be able to do it because, let's be real, we are ball jobs. We are ball jobs, and this is under specifically this manager to a very high degree. It's actually very, very bad. Very bad. It's to a degree, let's just put it that way. It's worse than actually people imagine. Because when you look at things, how things are shaping out to be, and how that is going to impact the future, it's not looking too great, is it? It definitely is not looking too great. And it could get even worse. It actually can get even worse, especially if he stays. Big up Godfrey. Big up Godfrey. I'm good. Hope you're doing well too. Just sack him right now. Why wait till the end of the season? Like, exactly. That for me is the biggest thing. Either they don't want to pay him off, either they don't want that or something. I don't know. But at this stage, just sack him. Seriously, just sack him. Find a new manager, already find replacement, so he can come in as the season ends, right? And he can already start to decide for the next players, for everything, so he can have a full proper summer. Let's just put it that way, so he can have a proper summer as well. Is it true Saka Timber will be back? Apparently so. Apparently they are being rushed back. Well, at least that's how I see it. But there are talks that they might be available very, very soon, and maybe to a degree as fast as the game against Newcastle. There are very big talks about this happening right now. And that is very, very worrying for me personally. Very worrying for me as an Arsenal fan. Most people thought we would actually win something. I knew all along that we wouldn't win anything. Obviously, through the season, depending on the situation, opinions change, right? In the beginning of the season, I said that Arsenal are going to go trophyless once again because I don't trust this manager. During the season, based on the results, how other teams were looking and how it was going, I didn't believe, but I had some bounce in my step that it actually could happen. There was some sort of a hope. But let's be real, since when we in January signed again nobody, we loaned out Ethan Wangieri and we absolutely did nothing, it all dwindled away, and that was all she wrote. City, big up Elbow, big up City, nothing about that. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah, City are first in the table right now. Already. City are first right now as we speak. Exactly, big up Marlon. Arteta out 100%. Surely, it feels, yeah. Hopefully, Josh and Stan realize that Mikel Arteta is just not good enough. Heard that Arteta already signed a new deal and they're hiding it. I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so. Because if that is the case, well, this is going to be an NBA channel. Prepare yourselves, people. Back to second place now. Yeah, we are second. Nothing else we can do. As always, Arsenal are going to second. Yeah, I genuinely believe at that as well, because if Arsenal are ahead, you always are within a shot to catch them because Arsenal are going to slip up. Based on how Man City are doing, how they usually do things, that in the second part of the season, they are, well, unstoppable. They peak very highly at the right time. Once City go ahead, there is genuinely good luck catching them. Because then you need some sort of very, very, very goddamn special situation and things to happen just so you can actually catch them up or even close the gap to a degree. Otherwise, yeah, you're pretty much screwed. Pretty much you are screwed. And for looking from Arsenal's point of view, well, we are screwed. Quite heavily screwed as well. Just start the NBA channel from now. Arteta will fully destroy us. Now we'll never see a trophy again. Yeah, I get it. I absolutely get it. I absolutely get it. But I will wait till summer. I want to see if Mikel Arteta actually stays or not. But if Arteta stays, this is going to be, and I can show you. This is going to be an NBA channel. Seriously, I don't give a damn. Because I cannot. I just cannot with this one more season to go through all this pain, all this waffle and everything. Because every single day to talk about the same things for 2 years straight, 3 years straight, it's exhausting, mind you. Yeah, get ready. Like, we're going to be sitting on these type of screens very, very soon if Arteta keeps this up. We're going to talk about NBA games, results, predictions, discussions on players, everything. We're going to do it throughout the whole summer, throughout the whole winter and everything, because in NBA, all the time something is happening. We can do NBA quizzes, NBA discussions and everything. I don't care. Just get me away from Arsenal if Arteta stays. 100%. We're going to talk about we can talk about Bulls, Hornets, Rockets, Celtics, whatever. I'm an NBA fan. I like basketball. I have my NBA team. So I have no issues with that as well. No absolute issues with that. I'm going to be alone at FC Tira. Don't blame you. Don't blame you. The sports are nonsense these days. How do all these young rookies get billion-dollar squads to manage? I have no idea. Back in the day, you need to actually prove yourself. Right now, you can literally finish kindergarten, so to speak, metaphorically, and, well, you are already at a high-end job. Prime example is Mikel Arteta, kindergarten graduate who gets a CEO position. I'm supporting Napoli or AC Milan. Good luck with that. How are you feeling about the Rockets being 2-0 down so far? It's interesting. First game caught me off by surprise just for the sheer reason that an hour or two before the game, Sharania tweeted that Kevin Durant is not going to play, right? And LeBron locked in eight assists in the first quarter, by the way, not just half, just the quarter and everything. Then the second game, obviously KD played, but again, out of nowhere, somebody found their shooting boots and all of a sudden carried the game. KD had a mediocre game. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't the best KD we have seen or we will see. I think we're going to see much better. Obviously, Lakers have lost quite a bit with Luka going out. Yes, Luka is an issue defensively. Also offensively sometimes, well, quite a bit, to be honest. He hogs the ball, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But I think that Rockets are going to bounce back. The issue is right now that they are going to play in Houston, right? And if Rockets lose even one of those games, they're done. They are absolutely done, in my opinion. Lakers have kind of built a very good team. Low-key going through very big struggles and issues and problems, but they have at the end built a very good team. They're a bit like they're going a bit under the radar, so to speak. They're a bit underrated, even though they have LeBron, they have Luka, who actually might be back at some point during the playoffs. Maybe they have Marcus Smart, Aiton, and everything. They should be able to do some nice damage. I get it. I absolutely get it. We'll start it now. We are second. We'll start it now. We are second. Well, I mean, I'm not going to start it now just for the sheer utter reason that I want to see if Arteta stays or goes. Like, if Arteta stays for even one more season, this is going to be an NBA channel. With Arsenal maybe on occasion, to be honest. This is going to be very interesting. It's also going to be very, very nice, very insane to see how, for example, my view count my subscriber count is gonna drop from the current status and current views and current subscriber amount instantly by half almost. I genuinely think so. We're finished. Yeah, nah, Cronkies do care. What do you mean, yo? Big up, big up. Why is it even a comment? What happened? What happened? What did you do? Wizards, big up Arteta's gate. You're a Wizards fan. I feel the pain. You're supporting Wizards and supporting Arsenal. Arguably two the worst things that can happen to you at the current stage of NBA and the football, too, so to speak. Yeah, Rossinior is sacked. It looks like Chelsea are looking at Iraola. McLaren is going to be the current manager on an interim basis, but it looks like also that they're looking at Iraola and some other managers after that. You're not much Liverpool? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, Tibbsy, that's you? Hey, nice. Nice. I like this. Arteta's gate sounds very... Arteta's gate. Sounds like a move in WWE. Like, Undertaker, Hell's Gate. This is Arteta's gate. I'm 100% sure that Arteta's gate is much painful than Hell's Gate from Undertaker. I'm not gonna lie. Much rather endure that than Arteta's gate. Chelsea should go for Alonso. Yeah, I think he is on the list, but apparently there are some very vague rumors, which is I think they are very fake, that Arsenal have inquired about Alonso's availability as well. I don't believe that, but hey. But for me personally, if I'm Jabi Alonso, I most likely there's only one team where he will go, and that is Liverpool. Saying that, if I'm not mistaken, I heard today that Slot is staying next season. If I'm Iraola, I'm not taking that Chelsea job. I wouldn't. It's a nice payout, though. To be honest, if the contract has been made properly, it's a nice payout. But if I'm Iraola, I'm also not going to Chelsea. I'm not even going to United, to be honest. Godfrey, by the way, would you take Iraola at Arsenal? Just curious. Would you take Iraola at Arsenal? Heaven's Gate was a cult back in the 90s. Watched the documentary on it, cult members mimicking the cult leader. So the same. Oh, I get it. Nice. Nice. That's a very nice touch. Very nice touch. Big up, big up. They're going to struggle to buy. Yeah, they need to do it properly on the books. They cannot do it off the books anymore. So Chelsea are going to be in a bit of a pickle. Unless they sell quite a few so they can balance that all out. Rossinior will pocket 24 million in compensation. It's crazy, dude. Just what? You do somewhat decently at a team like Strasbourg, right? You get hired by Chelsea. You do shit, obviously. On purpose, not on purpose. You get 24 million payout. You're set for the rest of your life. Go chill, relax, enjoy your life. That's it. Imagine Rossinior comes out tomorrow and says, well, I'm retiring from football coaching starting tomorrow. Imagine. By the way, if you have not seen this is something I did not expect today. If you have not seen this, there are big names mentioned in the case which involves an investigation. Yes, you heard that right, investigation into a network of secret parties involving escorts, luxury hotels, and illegal substances around Milan. And look who is on the top of the list. There is an Arsenal player there. There is actually Riccardo Calafiori. And there are quite a few all of them are big names, to be honest. Hakimi, Leao, Coutinho, Morata, Giroud, Skriniar, Vlahovic, Bastonis, Kamaka. Like, this is actually insane if you think about it. It's actually a very, very, very wild situation. Bluco negotiated with themselves to sign Rossinior from Strasbourg to Chelsea. Yeah, and now they have to pay him off. If he's getting a tune out of the players he has at Bournemouth, imagine the type of football we'll play under Iraola. I would make the gamble, yeah. I would not be surprised, to be honest. We don't even have to pay Iraola 15 million. We can pay him about 8. If we have a brain cell, we could do that easily. We can easily outpay what Bournemouth paid him without the shadow of a doubt. The question is, we'll give him 8 million for 2 seasons. Maybe it could happen. Wait, give me a sec. If I'm not mistaken, though, Iraola has won nothing besides a cup in Cyprus. Or am I tripping, or am I thinking about a different manager? Yeah, he has won only 1 trophy, and that is the Cyprus Cup. He has not won any big trophies, though. Typically been rushed. Chelsea have no more standards. Questions for everyone. Who's the Kroenkes will replace Arteta? I hope they replace with someone good. There's a good manager available this summer, so that's one less excuse for the Mutants. Yeah, 100%. And to be honest, pretty much every single manager, to a degree, is available if you pay the right amount of money, if you look at it that way. I can't lie, I'd rather be Spurs right now because they won the Europe last year and they still have a good chance of staying up. Well, we'll see about that one as well. The new manager won't be back like Arteta and the fans will turn on him. Yeah, the new manager will get the Emery treatment without shadow of a doubt. And that is one of my biggest concerns. I will back him 100%. Will the top Gunners back him? I have no idea. Saying that, they're going to do whatever AFTV does, and AFTV most likely are going to back him. So go figure. Most logical option would be Xabi Alonso, though he wouldn't have to work with egos here at Arsenal. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But wait. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Give me a sec. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, people, I think on that note, we slowly gonna end the stream. If you haven't already, smash the like button. Subscribe if you are new around here, of course. I'm gonna redirect you to Yorkshire Gunner. I'm gonna redirect you to Yorkshire Gunner. Latvian Gunner Ray. Have a nice evening. Have a nice day tomorrow. And see you guys tomorrow as well. Peace.